is, I'm about to start college, so I'm super nervous.
That's not a question, Lindsay. I'm sure I'm in high school.
Maybe we need to revisit.
Teasing. I didn't go to college. I'm a little brain dumb.
But he knows what the question is. Okay, I'm just saying. But he does have glitter all over his face, so there's, it's a balancing act.
So my question is, since I'm going into a new season, I was wondering what advice you guys have for somebody who's about to go into a new season that, like, I'm anxious about and scared of, kind of.
A new season of life?
Yes.
Oh, funny.
Well, us going into a new season would be like you going into your senior year. It's something that you've done for the past, 11 years. So, but going into college is that's a big step. It's not something that he or I did, and thankfully.
I'll say.
Go ahead.
I'll say this. This is my opinion, and something I try to choose to live by. In 9 months, when your season is over, you will be a better person, a more well-rounded person, a wiser person than you are today. The year might suck. It might be the worst year of your life. You're not homework, but it's about attitude and mindset. And we got a question earlier about what we tell the season 1 versions of ourselves. And so I feel like I grew every year. Even though some years ended, I was like, this year sucked. I didn't see anybody, I worked my tail off, got the flu, and my arm, and this and that. But now, with hindsight, I'm like, oh my God, I learned a lot, I got through it. So there are going to be some really crummy parts of this year, and that's just kind of par for the course, especially starting a new journey. Congrats, I'm going to college, very cool. So remember that all the peaks and valleys of this year are going to make you better. But more than that, the valleys, the low parts, are going to make you greater than the peaks are. The peaks are fun, and you're flying high, and you're living life, you're making friends, you're having a good time. And the valleys that really suck in the moment, you're going to look back in a year, in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and go like, my God, I grew because of that. You either, what is it, you win or you learn, So I think there will be some highs and lows, and just stick with it. Work your ass off and do the best you can and come out the other side.
I will say, and your parents may not appreciate this. Well, first of all, study hard and make good grades, but don't let your grades dictate to you what you're learning and what you've learned. Because you're about to learn a whole heck of a lot, and it's not just going to happen in a classroom. And be open to that, and accept that. Accept those teachings.
To loosely quote Samuel Clemens, "Don't let schooling get in the way of your education." So study hard.
That's what I said.
There's an echo.
You just didn't want to plagiarize.
Congratulations.
Yeah, don't plagiarize either.
And don't plagiarize. Hi.
Hi, sorry. So I just wanted to say that you guys are heroes, and I'm so thankful for the SBN family because you deserve so much love, and here we are able to give it to you. So.
Well, thank you for the love and all the love.
And it's reciprocal, yeah.
Yeah.
And my question is, what is the biggest life lesson you've learned so far?
In life? Don't eat yellow snow.
I was going to say, learning to use the toilet, so we're on the same page.
Here, on a serious note, and I'm going to, this is going to be very, well, here's one. I just saw myself say, try not to say and like. That might not be a big thing here across the pond. But you sound like a Texan. I'll say this. one of my favorite recent, I don't want to say life lessons, but explorations in living is, you hear the phrase a lot, life is short, right? So, life can be short, but I challenge...
Too low on the
Mike, I got it. I challenge you to spend a week or a month or a little bit trying to live as if life is long. Life can be short, and that sucks, but you can't plan for it if that is your lot in life. So try to live like life is long, and try to do things and try and plant seeds in a garden you'll never see grow. You know, try and be who you want to be in 50 years that you can look back on and be proud of and say, you know what, I tried, I did my best. I tried to plant these proverbial seeds in my relationships and my finance, whatever you're striving for. So try to live a life like this guy has done with his charity work, and like you have helped me start to do with raising money for charities that already exist. Something you can be proud of in many years, not just kind of living as if each sunrise and sunset is the last one you'll see. Maybe it's personal to me, but that kind of gets me feeling a bit anxious, living like life is short. So lately I've tried to live as if life is long, and it's felt like it's helped, for whatever it's worth.
Dean, we're going to that place, and we're gonna save Jack and Mom. Together. And if something happens, we will deal with it. Together. And if we die, we'll do that together too.
I think I've recently been learning lessons from my kids who have this amazing capacity to just be in the present moment, which is something that I find myself taking myself out of all the time, because I'm always thinking about what I should be doing, or goals, or the future, or something like that, or emails, yeah. Or trying to think of something witty to text back,
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it was a lot of time doing that.
It's the wrong wording.
Misha? Oh, wow. Great. Misha? Jensen? What's up with the names around here?
You guys, you really punked me. I'm totally gonna tweet this one. Hola, mis amigos. J squared got me good.
But yeah, I mean, I think I've seen a bunch of people wearing around that "I wish for this" t-shirt that I sold. And I've told that story before, but I'll tell it briefly again, because it was like this amazing life lesson. Have I told you the story about
Yes.
Mason? Yeah. So the kids had, we were getting into the van, and I was in a rush, and I was like, come on guys, we gotta go, we gotta get in the van, let's go. And Mason said, look, dandelion puffs. And I was like, oh. Yeah, all right, fine, I'll get some. Just get your goddamn buckles on and I'll get the dandelion puffs. And so I grabbed them and I handed one to each of the kids. And I said, okay, you blow and make a wish. And so I blew and I wished for, I don't know, world peace or something like that. And West blew and he said out loud, I wish for a cheetah. Which was pretty good. And then Wes said, Mason, you have to blow and make a wish. And she was sort of confused, and then she blew, and she just said, I wish for this. Like, just this. Like, it was just such a beautiful moment, And I feel like being around young people reminds you that there's, a spectacular opportunity in every given moment if you pay attention to it. So.
These are cool. Conventions are a very fun experience for me and for us. As I'm sure they are for y'all. Like,
we're all just being silly and goofy, and it's like,
And don't.
It's neither Jensen nor I. Yeah, we are not in a position where we want to give away time with family, kind of thing, you know?
We got the knife. And you intend to use her without me. Do I look like a ditchable prom date to you?
No, Bobby, of course not.
This is about me and Sam. Okay, this isn't your fight.
The hell it isn't. Family don't end with blood, boy.
But these are a fun experience to see our friends, to see our second family, talk about a show that we all care about. And I think one of the funny things, and even though y'all are looking at us, and we're looking at blinding lights, this one is something that he and I care about a lot. I care about Sam. He cares about Dean. I've seen it. I've seen what he sacrificed for Dean. So I think this is a fun experience to talk about something we all love and enjoy. And if part of that enjoyment is wearing a Pikachu costume or something and gathering up with some family members, then so be it.
And that was the question?
No.
Okay. Do you have a question?
The question is, how are you guys? Like, I genuinely want to know. Like,
How are we?
Yeah, like,
How are you?
Well,
I'm great today, thank you.
Are you here?
Yeah, like, a couple minutes away.
How I feel? This inside me. I wish I couldn't feel anything, Sammy. I wish I couldn't feel a damn thing.
we're good. This is kind of the part of the season that gets a little strenuous because it's we've been going nonstop.
It's the worst stretch.
We've been going nonstop since July, and
Longest stretch.
yeah, without kind of a break. But we get a break next week, so that'll be good. And yeah.
Here's my honest answer. This is the time of the year where Jared doesn't want to be Sam anymore. You know, it's a long. I'm gonna give him his due diligence, I suppose. But it's tough, right? Like my son started kindergarten this year, so now like daycare and taking out. He's in school. So he has. The other day we were blocking on set, and my wife was calling me, FaceTiming me. I was expecting it, but she was having our first parent-teacher conference. Yeah, so I'm blocking and going like, all right, hey, cool. I got to FaceTime a little bit, talking to Miss Harrington, our teacher. Going like, okay, hey, so that's tough to miss, right?
But to be fair, we've been doing the show long before we had children. This would happen in the first week before kids ever came along, before he and I were either of us were married, before. So it is. I mean, now it's just kind of stacked it back a little bit and making it even that much more difficult for missing things like that. But all that aside, we're still doing good. And thank you for asking. We're surrounded by amazing people. We get to come and visit more amazing people. It's a lot of traveling, it's a lot of time away, but we know that this is something that's really special, and it's special to us, and we want to protect that and invest in it. It won't last forever, we know that, but while we have this, we want to really protect it and take care of it.
And y'all don't have to be here, we don't have to be here, so we're just grateful to be around people who ask questions.
So thank you. Bye, guys.
typically behind the scenes in the lunchroom, we are all collectively as a group a bunch of assholes. But Jensen came in and his eyes were kind of red, and I gave him a hug, and he said, and I'm quoting here, "Don't do that."
Don't do that. Hello, Dean. Cares. We've talked about this. Personal space. My apologies.
And it was a moment when we have these brief interstitials where we are almost, I would say 99.99% of the time, total assholes. But there are these little moments when we are like deeply touched by you guys and by the fact that we're all affecting one another in a meaningful way, and by the fact that maybe something that we helped set up might have saved a life or made a day a lot better. And that was like a really lovely moment. And we have these little lovely moments from time to time that are kind of more powerful than you can put words to. It's just it feels like this makes being away from our families and all the time we spend on this well worth it.
When this was kind of what got me was signing autographs, and some of you guys were probably a part of the situation. I don't know if you remember when Misha walked up with her and said, "Hey, she's one of the counselors that is part of what we set up." I hadn't actually that hadn't been personified for me yet, and so I spoke to you for a brief second, and it was something like, was it 50 hours? Right? Could you stand up? Was it? Was it 50 hours? 50 hours you'd spent on the phone. And she walked away, and that hit me. That was 50 hours. It's hitting me now. Shit. That something that was spawned out of this and out of this could help people to that degree, to where there was a verified person to counsel somebody or people for that amount of time, and she was one of them. And I know that there's many of them. And it hit me hard. And I get to look at you, I get to see you guys, and I know you all have a story, and I wish I could hear and talk to every one of you at length. I don't have that opportunity, but knowing that something that I was a part of helped create that, that betters people and inspires people to be a better person. Because, and Jared shared this with me, he's like, no one can help you but yourself. You're the only person that can help yourself. But if you get inspired by something, if something touches you and inspires you and makes you believe something that then helps you help yourself, then that's important. And she's doing important things. And the fact that I was a small molecule of a being that helped many people, I don't know, it hit me really, really hard, and I had to take a breather. I had to take a knee. And so I went upstairs to Daniela's room. She was like, "You need to come upstairs." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I do." And
how I feel. This inside me. I wish I couldn't feel anything, Sammy. I wish I couldn't feel a damn thing.
All right. I remember walking up to her room. I didn't make it. So I held out for maybe 70 more autographs. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
He was very flatulent during that time.
Yes, that was just the gas.
You know who does that? Crazy people.
And then we were walking through, and I was like, nope, you're not gonna make it to the elevator. And I just sat there, and Jared just grabbed me and hugged me, and it was one of those moments where it's like, this shouldn't exist. From a point of view that is a television show, actor, fan relationship, this probably shouldn't exist. It exists, guys. We feel you. And you mean a shit ton to us. You really do.
And we need you, man.
Because I'm useful.
Because you're family.
And then we were walking through, and I was like, nope, you're not gonna make it to the elevator. And I just sat there, and Jared just grabbed me and hugged me, and it was one of those moments where it's like, this shouldn't exist. From a point of view that is a television show, actor, fan relationship, this probably shouldn't exist. It exists, guys.
A wise man once told me, family don't end in blood. But it doesn't start there either. Family cares about you, not what you can do for them. Family's there, through the good, bad, all of it. They got your back, even when it hurts. That's family.
We feel you. And you mean a shit ton to us. You really do.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on. You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.